Some people might be curious. This album is out on No Quarter, as opposed
Yeah.
to your longtime home of Drag City. Do you want to talk a little bit about your? And this follows a couple of releases you've done with No Quarter. Do you want to just talk about this burgeoning relationship? I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it. Like, some of it's kind of complicated, I guess. But I think the record was finished, and I had even played it for Dan Koretsky at Drag City, and then something came up that it was essentially kind of a communication issue, and I'm at a point right now where there's a lot of life is hard. Life is really hard, and so when people are with awareness and willfulness participating in certain things that they're choosing to do, and it seems not constructive. I was, there was something came up, and I was like, well, if this is the situation right now, I'm going to have to do something else with this record right now. And, I'm in constant regular communication with everybody at Drag City, whom I love so much. There's just, the thing where I was just like, I'm not going to be able to wake up every day and feel happy with this record in production as long as certain other things were happening that I have take a significant issue with. And that, so I was like, I was like, what the fuck am I going to do now? Like, I didn't have a plan or anything. I was just like, I know I can't do this, and
Okay.
so I want to look at my wife every day. I want to look at my daughter every day. I'm going to have to look at the mirror, unfortunately, every once in a while. And I want to have some ability to look at these entities with a degree of self-respect maintained. And so I was just like, well, I have to do something else. And I was so bummed, because I was like, I just, Ferg just made one of the, best things I've ever worked on. And I was just like, I can't screw this up. I can't screw this up. And then, I realized that just through happenstance, primarily through my friendship with Nathan Salzberg, I had collaborated with No Quarter numerous times in the past few years. And it was a good, trusting relationship with Mike Quinn at No Quarter. And so I asked if he was willing to work on this with me, and he was, and it's really nice, But
Okay.
yeah.
Well, forgive me for prying. I didn't know
No,
that was going to go.
Yeah, I mean, and we could privately discuss,
Yes.
Other aspects of it, but it's a complicated enough thing that it's
Okay.
not worth
Okay. Well,
potentially
I mean,
creating pull quotes that won't do anybody any good.
Absolutely. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I will say I'm just happy it's out, because it's honestly, I think, one of your greatest records of all time, and it gives me joy to say that to someone who's been making music as long as you have. So I
It's
just
so
want to say,
wild and neat, and thank you for saying that. But it's
yeah.
so, I mean, I like the illustration